So if you are in the market for a new self-tanner, you want to try something new out, or you just haven't found anything that you like, and you're more into like a natural looking glow versus a super, super dark glow, and maybe if you have a similar complexion to my own, then you will love these products. And before I forget to mention it, so I bought this nifty little back tanning, oh my gosh, what is this called? Applicator at Walmart. It was about $5 and I just used it. Oh my gosh, this was so much easier to use than trying to get your body into weird positions to try and tan your back, or having to ask your husband, boyfriend to do it for you. So all you do is like, I put the self-tanner like kind of right there in the middle, and then you just do it over your head, and then you do your back. So the only thing that I noticed with it, if your shoulder blades kind of stick out from your back at all, this will kind of stick the color right in between them instead of like going over them. So I did kind of have to use the regular applicator to blend the top portion of my back, but to get the rest of it, I just used this and I went back and forth, and it made for such a smooth application, and everything was blended in. So I love this. For $5, I feel like this is a great buy, especially if you self-tan a lot and there's no one around, or you just hate asking your husband or boyfriend, or they hate doing it, whatever. So definitely go pick this up. It's from B-Tan, which is another tanning company, but definitely a game changer. Okay, so I'm gonna mix in the St. Tropez Luxe Tan Tonic Drops into my daily moisturizer. Actually, it's not even this is my nighttime one. I'm going to mix it into my daytime moisturizer. So I've been using the Drunk Elephant Proteiny Polypeptide Cream. I really like it, especially for daytime, because it's more lightweight, it's not super heavy, and it goes really, really well under makeup. So I'm gonna use, I believe this says you can use 2 to 6 drops. And I think I'm gonna start with 4, and we'll see if that gives me a good enough glow, because I am more fair skinned. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of cream. Probably that's plenty. And then I love tan drops because they're customizable. So even if you want to like put these into your body like self tanner, or just like put these into a cream, you can make it darker depending on how dark you want to be. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do, we'll do one more. I won't do 6 yet, but we'll do 5. Since it's summer, we'll try to do darker. And then I'm just gonna mix that together and try to do this with the tips of my fingers. So I'm gonna start on my forehead first, because it's the biggest area of your face. So I'm just gonna blend this in, and then I'm gonna go to my cheeks next. These actually smell really good. They smell like, oh, it kind of reminds me of the Eva NYC like hair, 10 benefit hairspray stuff that I always talk about. It smells really good. And then I'm just gonna blend it onto my chin. And the key to self-tanner is just blending it. I probably overblend just because I don't want to see any lines on my skin, because it doesn't look very good or very nice, but drops tend to be more forgiving than like mousses that are dark, that have a color guard on them. So, and then you always want to make sure to get like, I don't focus too much product around my lips and nose, because product will tend to build up there, especially if you're drier in that area, which I am at the moment. So I'm just going to use my finger and kind of blend that out. And then since I'm going to be tanning the rest of my body today with the mousse like up all the way up to this area, I'm not going to put drops down there. And then make sure to blend around your jawline too. They blend out really nicely. It went into that cream really well. So I would recommend, if you use these in the morning to use a cream that's not super heavy, or at night if you want to do this overnight too, which generally I would do this overnight, but since I'm going to be doing the mousse today, I'm just going to do the drops with them at the same time to see like how the color progresses, to see like how many hours it takes to develop. Now I'm probably over blending this, but it's always better to over blend and have no lines or anything on your face than just to have like lines that just stop everywhere, like especially when you do your makeup too, you don't want lines. So okay, so this is what it looks like after blending in. Of course there's no color yet because it has to develop. I think I'm gonna try, I'm not gonna put on makeup yet. I might let this dry for a little bit and then I'll probably go ahead and put makeup on, and then at the end of the day I'll like take my makeup off and you should be able to see a glow, because that's what I do with my other tanning drops. If I don't do them in the nighttime, I'll do them in the morning, let my skin dry, and then I'll go ahead and put makeup on top. But we'll see how these do. But so far, really impressed with the smell. It doesn't have a gross smell at all. It smells actually really, really good. So I might try these later, like after I do the mousse today. If I decide that I like it, of course I'll keep using the mousse, but if I don't like it, or I might just like switch it up and try to use these drops on my body too, and then mix them in with my body cream. But I'll be back in a couple hours and we'll put on the body mousse. Okay, so I'm gonna start tanning now. So just make sure, if you tan already, you know this, but wear black clothing or clothing that you don't mind getting stained. So I'm just, for the sake of the video, I'm gonna keep my shorts on, just to give you like a little demo of how to put it on, and then I have on just like a little black sports bra. So before I start putting on the self tanner, I'm gonna go ahead and put on some body cream. So this is the cream that I use. It's the CeraVe moisturizing cream. I love this, especially if you have sensitive skin. But this is just for protecting like places that tanner really collects and sticks to, from not getting too dark. So I'm gonna put it basically on my elbows and then on my knees. So I don't use very much. I'm like barely using anything, just to get those areas a little bit covered. So on my elbow, and then also around my wrist area right here. Basically kind of like any places that stick out, or like your bones that kind of stick out, and patches that get kind of dry. So we're gonna do that. And then I'm just gonna put some on my knees too. Because the key to a self-tan, to making it look super natural, is not getting it too dark or too orange. So I'm really excited to try this new product, because if it's an olive undertone, it's definitely going to look more natural, which is exactly what you want. And if you can do anything to make it look even more natural, like protecting areas so they don't get super dark, then you definitely want to do that. And I do, it probably does not look like it. I have a very, very slight tan going on at the moment. Not super dark at all, because I've been wearing a lot of sunscreen since I'm 28 years old now, and I was not the best at protecting my skin in my younger 20s. I was a lifeguard and I was not good at reapplying. I would put it on, but I would not reapply it. So I have been very, very diligent, especially being fair skinned, being blonde, having blue eyes. It's just kind of a combo for having bad skin when you're older. So I've been trying to do what I can to protect it. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and move into tanning. So they did send me the tanning mitt, and then I have the Luxe whipped cream mousse. So this says it has hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, and niacinamide in it, which are all ingredients that are really, really good for your skin. My skin will probably soak those up because it's kind of dry at the moment. So I'm just going to squeeze that on. So I can already tell by looking at it, it has an olive undertone, which is exactly what you want. So smell it. Ooh, that smells really good. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my arms. Oh, I just spilled that on my bathrobe. Okay, so I'm still blending this into my arms. It blends out so smoothly. I'm already impressed with how it blends out. Just gonna do a little bit more product. So as you can see, that color is really olive undertone, which is perfect. And I love the smell. And then for my wrists, I'm barely just going to run over them like this. And then in between my fingers. Probably should take my ring off for this, but. And then I try to blend, especially right here, because the color will tend to leave a line right here, so. I can already see a difference. I'm hoping you can see that. And that is just after like immediately applying it. So this is a tan and then this is not tan. So already, and another thing that's cool about self tanner, so if you have red in your skin, like on fair skin, I kind of have like red undertones in my skin, this will blend that out and make it look not as red. And then again, like I did with my face, I'm just going to blend this in really, really well because I do not want any harsh lines, especially in this area and this area. So you kind of have to make weird little movements with your arms and your legs just to make sure that you get every inch. Okay, this color is gorgeous. I mean, look at this, like already. I'm gonna go ahead and do my stomach too, just so you can see the difference. I have a feeling already, just from applying it right now, that I'm going to love this self tanner. It still smells really good. Normally, like sometimes self tanners will smell really good, like right when you put them on, and then slowly they'll smell really bad. So, and this one is not smelling bad yet. So this is honestly the best self tanner scent that I have ever smelled. So very easy to use. It blends into your skin very easily, which I'm a fan of. I like, you have to move faster with it, but it blends out really nicely. So then here I'm just making sure to go upward strokes to get all that blended out. Okay, I'm gonna do stomach. I already feel like glowy and my skin feels moisturized, which for a self tanner that never happens. I usually feel like it makes me like super like dried out, and this does not feel like that. So it must be the hyaluronic acid and the niacinamide in it. I mean, this blends out like a dream, you guys. Like, it's so good. I've never had a self tanner like this, so this is super nice. And of course, when you self tan, it makes your abs look better, which I am a fan of. I'm sure everybody likes that. Okay. Oh my gosh, like, look at that difference. So this arm is not tanned. My body, this, of course, this is just like 5 minutes of self tanning, but gorgeous. So pretty, love it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up self tanning the rest of my body, and then I'll come back and show you an overall what it looks like right after you apply it. Okay, so I'm officially all tanned up, and honestly, I was sent these products to review. This is my honest opinion. I've never used these products before. I've actually never used anything from Tropez before, and this is one of the easiest self tanners I have ever applied. And I mean that with all honesty, 100%. It blends in like a dream. It's beautiful. The scent is amazing. I love it. And it's olive undertoned. It looks very natural. I'm curious to see how it will progress over 8 hours. So when 8 hours comes around, I'm gonna rinse off, and then I will show you the final glow. I cannot wait. Good morning. So I was gonna show y'all last night what this looked like after 8 hours of leaving the tan on, but I decided to go ahead and film the next morning. So last night after 10 hours, I left it on for 10 hours, I rinsed it off, and then I moisturized really, really well, and this is the final result. So it's a very, very natural, healthy glow. I love this self tanner. I would definitely use it again. And then on my face, you probably can't tell too well because I have makeup on today, but it did give me a really nice healthy glow on my face as well. I think next time I actually would use the full 6 drops instead of just doing the 5. And then I might even use more than that because it's not as concentrated as I was expecting it to be. So my face didn't get super dark at all. It just has like a glow, which is honestly what I like better. I don't like being super, super dark because I'm naturally fair skinned. So it kind of looks funny if I'm too dark because it doesn't really go with my natural skin tone, but I think this is perfect. It looks like I just stepped outside in the sunshine and I got a little tan, and that's exactly what I wanted. So I love this self tanner. Definitely go check it out. I will leave the link below in the description box. And I hope to be testing out more self tanners if any are coming out. And I'm going to try the drops a little bit more. I'm going to mix them into my body cream and try them that way just to see what kind of tan I get. And then of course I'll still be using the Mousse, and it was so easy to use. This is one of the most user-friendly self tanners I've ever used. I have no streaks anywhere on my body. I don't know, on camera, I'm kind of far back from the camera, but basically everything turned out as I wanted it to. And there's no streaking, everything was smooth, and my hands look really good. There's no like collecting of self tanner around my wrists or my fingers. And honestly, I would give this application 10 out of 10. The scent 10 out of 10. I did notice like towards the very end of the day, keep in mind I kept this on for 10 hours, that there was a slight, very slight smell, but nothing like, oh, you put on self tanner and I can smell it. It was nothing like that. So very impressed with that. And then this has like 0 smell. Like it will not turn into any self tanner smell whatsoever. And for the color that I get, now this just depends because there's so many different self tanners depending on what color you want to be. So if you are someone that's into super dark, deep tans, this is not going to be the product for you. But if you just want, I know I keep saying I sound like a broken record, but a healthy, natural glow, which I think in my personal opinion is prettier and more natural looking, and it just looks like you stepped out into the sun to get a little bit of sunshine and you have just a very healthy glow. And love these. Go check them out. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.